Good morning, everybody. I am so happy to share this recipe with you today because I think you're just going to love it. I know that if you've ever had a hummingbird cake, it's an old Southern recipe, so delicious that you would remember it because it's just one of those cakes that you always think that's the best cake I've ever had. So today we're going to make them in cupcakes. So I'm really excited because I think for Easter or any kind of celebration, whenever you have a crowd here, your family here, if you can just hand them a cupcake or they can pick up a cupcake and go outside for the egg hunt or go outside to visit, it's a plus. So here are our ingredients. 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of sugar, granulated sugar, pure cane sugar from Louisiana, Idaho. Okay. Then with that, you mix a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Now this cake is super flavorful, as you can tell. So anyway, those are the dry recipes. So what we're going to do is just mix them together very gently. I hope y'all are all doing well. We're excited for the holidays, and I'm so excited to share this cake recipe with you. I want to thank all of you who are following me, subscribing on YouTube. It's just such a blessing, and I appreciate it. Okay, so next it calls for 3 or 4 mashed bananas. So here are the bananas. I just mashed them with a fork very gently like that. You know, whenever I was growing up, my mom always said if you had a tummy ache, she would mash one banana and put a little sugar on it. And we did it, and I'm telling you, it works. I don't know why, but it does. So 3 eggs that are just lightly beaten. And so I like to, even whenever I'm baking or, just baking really, and I'm using more than 1 egg, I like to break them in a separate bowl just because if you do happen to get any shells, then it's a lot easier to take out. Now, a lot of times whenever Nico and I are baking together, we'll put it in the main bowl because we're just trying to get it in there as quick as possible. So that's 3 eggs we're going to add. 1.5 cups of cooking oil. I'm going to stir this around. Now, I think you could use a mixer too, but I'm not going to use it today. It's so loud, so we're just going to stir it around. So first I'm going to stir this all in, and then I'm going to add my bananas, an 8-ounce can of crushed pineapple, and I'm leaving the juice in. It just makes the cupcakes so moist and delicious. So I think you'll like doing that too. It's a beautiful day here. I hope it's pretty where you are. I know a lot of people have had some really rough weather, so we're certainly praying for all of y'all and hoping that things get more normal soon. Okay. I might have to use my spoon here. Make sure you get all of just like whenever you have it in your stand mixer cake batter, you always need to kind of go along the bottom and make sure that all of the dry ingredients are in, because it just seems like you just need to get in all the little nooks and crannies of your bowl. So here we go. And sure enough, even in this big round bowl, I needed to do that. So then we're going to add our pineapple and I'm making a mess. I'm a messy cook, y'all. Sorry. Our bananas, 3 to 4 mashed, 1 8-ounce can of crushed pineapple with the juice. Don't drain it. You need the juice to make it nice and flavorful. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, which is a little bit more than you normally add, but like I said, this cake is super flavorful. So that's the ingredients, and I wasn't surprised whenever I read the ingredients that it did call for that much vanilla because it is so flavorful. Now you see this batter, it's nice and thick. And I also read that a tip for making the cupcakes is to use oil instead of butter. And I don't know why, but it just seems to work better. So I'm stirring, and then I'm going to add a cup of chopped pecans. Now, it's really good to toast these in your oven before you add them. And you know, that might be why we love this cake so much, because we love pecans. So that's it, y'all. It's just that easy to have these delicious cupcakes. Now, I'm telling you, I don't know who you're going to serve these to. We're going to bring some to the first responders here in Nashville, who are all heroes. And anyway, but they are going to be absolutely delighted. So here is, I was going to show y'all, I have 2 types of baking little cups. I got these just at the grocery store. They have little eggs on them, and then on the bottom they have a little peep. Isn't that adorable? And then I got these too, and I think if you wanted to make 2 different plates on your table, it would be really pretty to have the difference in them. So we're going to bake them in a 350-degree oven for 18 to 20 minutes. Now, another important thing is to fill the cups with about 2/3 of the way full. So the easiest way to do that, so they'll all be uniform, is to use an ice cream scoop. And then they're even. Now this cake just calls, the frosting is the typical cream cheese frosting. So we'll do that as well to show you. I showed you back at Christmas time, but anyway, we're going to do it again and show it to you because the cream cheese really does add a lot to all this flavor. So we're going to bake them, and we'll see you in a minute. Hey, y'all. Okay, so here's how we make the cream cheese frosting for the Hummingbird cupcakes. You take cream cheese and let it get to room temperature, and then you take some butter and let that get to room temperature. Now, you can also melt it a little bit in your microwave, and that's what I've done. And then you put in vanilla. Now, the recipe for the whole, if you're making the enough for 24 cupcakes, is 2 blocks of cream cheese, a cup of butter, a teaspoon and a half of vanilla, and then 2 of those boxes of 16-ounce boxes of confection sugar. But anyway, I've already made it once, so this is what I'm just going to make a half of one just to show you. I need to put on my apron, don't I? So you just blend the first together really well. I know it's a little noisy, but you blend it until it's nice and smooth. And this is what it should look like. Yeah, just nice and smooth. And then slowly, very slowly, you blend in your confection of sugar. Now, the reason that you blend it in slowly is because it'll get all over you. And this might get all over me, I don't know. But it makes this recipe is so delicious because it just adds a little bit of tang to your cupcakes. And so I think you'll really enjoy it. Now, this is the second time I've shown you this frosting or icing. We did it earlier as well. But anyway, it's delicious, and now a lot of cakes call for it. So you just stop your blender whenever you need to, run your spatula along the side to make sure that all of your powdered sugar is getting blended in. So we'll do it one more time. I hope y'all are doing well. Like I said earlier, it's time to be close to your families, isn't it? And we are grateful here for all the people of Nashville. Big hearts, tender hearts. So that came together pretty quickly. And remember now, this is half the recipe, but it's really all I needed. In fact, I might have to freeze some because I've already made part of the recipe to make my cupcakes. That's my little Noah. So anyway, then you just beat it a couple minutes till it gets nice and smooth. And you put it you just spread it on your cupcakes. So delicious. So I'll show it to you. Here it is. Nice and smooth. It actually smells really good because of the butter and cream cheese. So next we'll show you our cupcakes. Okay, y'all, here are our cupcakes. And they are so beautiful. And whenever you bake them, they actually stay kind of light in color, but they are baked. So this recipe that we shared earlier makes 24 cupcakes, and here they are back here. But I thought I'd show you how cute they are once you frost them. So it's really easy to frost cupcakes. And as a lot of people pipe the frosting, I do every once in a while. But I usually just use this offset spatula and makes it easy as well. And you put the frosting on, make it so pretty and yummy. You can put a little bit of frosting on your plate to make your cupcakes stay in place. And then what I did was I just got these little candy eggs. And you can use colored marshmallows, you can use jelly beans, just whatever you like, and decorate them for Easter. So here you go, y'all. Hummingbird cupcakes.